Also, this just in, this Monday morning, a major accident has occurred on the M4 in Durban. It's near Lelusha. A truck has apparently collided with several vehicles. Senior reporter Dasen Thathiah was actually on his way to court to cover the Zandile Gumede court case, but has now stopped on the side of the road. Hello to you, Dasen, and just tell us what we're looking at. I'm seeing a few cars stopping. Just give us an idea of what's gone on.
Gareth, I don't often like to use this term, but it looks like absolute carnage behind me now, because this is the M41 that you're seeing. It's just shy of where this road joins the M4. You'll still hear some sirens as paramedics and other emergency services workers start to make their way towards the scene. At the last count, Gareth, I was told by one of the officials that was at the scene that's working here, just as he went past me, he says to me that I've counted 36 vehicles. Obviously, that's not the final total. That was just by his count as he walked through here. So that should give you a sense of the extent of the damage. So there were a number of cars that were on this road. It's a two-lane road, as you can see, that heads down there towards a sharp bend at the bottom. For those that know this area, they'll know that behind me right now is Gateway, and as you head down this road, you head towards the Durban CBD and towards Durban North. Fortunately for now, we haven't heard of any fatalities, but as I mentioned, paramedics are still on the scene. The motorists that we've spoken to so far are telling us that they saw a truck that was speeding down this road. It apparently rammed into all these cars as they were caught in the usual morning traffic. And as a result of that, it caused this accident, leaving many of the cars turned on its side. When we got here, it had just happened, so there were still people that were trapped in their vehicles, and some of the bystanders, because this had just happened, had also just started to get out of their cars. Sorry, the motorists had just started to get out of their cars. The bystanders have also come in, tried to open up the doors to try to free these people. So right now, it appears as though this area is going to be closed off for quite a while, as emergency services continue to do their work here.
Dasen, forgive me, I think I said the M4. Just to confirm, I don't know the area. I know Lelusha relatively well, the main roads. Did you say the M41 or is this the M4? Forgive me for asking what might be an obvious question.
No, Gareth, completely understandable. So this is the M41, which leads to the M4. So we're just probably 100 meters or 200 meters away from where this leads to the M4. And that would be the M4 heading towards the CBD. So in essence, it means that if you're traveling from areas like Mhlanga, or if you're coming from Phoenix or Verulam and you're heading down towards the Durban CBD, this is the accident scene that you would come across. Traffic authorities have already closed off the road further up. So there is going to be a massive backlog this morning as traffic is diverted. You'll see that everyone now is just scrambling to try to locate those that are in the vehicles. And on the face of it, Gareth, it would appear that many people were quite fortunate and they did manage to get out of their cars. But I must stress that we must get a final update from authorities after they complete their work here.
No, absolutely. And do we know anything about the truck? What we're seeing, obviously, is as you're walking around, I know you just arrived on the scene, the carnage of the cars. Do we know where the truck ended up eventually? What kind of truck was this? A double articulated truck, a smaller delivery truck that just lost its brakes? We don't know what happened, but what kind of truck size are we talking here?
So the accounts that I've heard so far, Gareth, is that it seemed to be what motorists have described as the big truck, which I would put down as an articulated truck. And they say that just before it happened, there was some kind of screeching sound. Two of the people that were standing here said that to me. So that may be an indication of him losing control. We can't be certain at this point. But as he sped down this road, he would have disappeared around the corner that's beyond our line of sight right now. So we will try to establish what happened to the truck and the driver. But I also did notice that SAPS was on the scene. They did arrive here. So this would obviously form part of the investigation, trying to locate the driver and try to establish also exactly what it is that transpired.
And Dasen, for the moment, then, thank you very much. Our reporter, senior reporter Dasen Thathiah, was actually on his way to cover a court story and in the Durban area. This is the M41 towards the M4, Dasen. Thank you very much for that update. Clearly, you're not going to go anywhere anytime soon. You're stuck in that. We're going to let Dasen give the paramedics and authorities on the scene just a moment just to find out what's going on. I'm sure we'll go back to Dasen as soon as we can, maybe in this hour, just to give us an update on what authorities are saying. So let Dasen go off and do what Dasen does best and find someone to talk to about what exactly happened there. Dasen Thathiah, thank you very much. Always wonderful coverage from Dasen, even in a story that he wasn't expecting to stumble across.